What's up, everybody? It's the Tabletop Tyrant, and today we got some LVO previews to get down on, from a blind Breyshamen to Emperor's Children. Now, let's get right into it and start it off. So, I really have been talking about this on stream 9 to 12 most days during the week, minus Thursday and Sunday. But I was just saying what I'm curious to see most about the Beastmen comeback. I thought it might be a Breyshamen because they kind of just released that one Beast Lord and then killed the range off in Age of Sigmar, so I imagine he's going to get a nice little 30mm square. But I did not anticipate a dope blind Breyshamen. Now, this guy is a named character. They call him Carl Maw, like Carl is in The Walking Dead, for those people that like that stuff. I don't know why I thought about that for, but yeah, you got Carl Maw and Creature. I don't know what that thing is, like a familiar or something, but you know, nonsense. It's cool. First look at the model. I have to say, it's freaking gorgeous. I like the fact they gave him like the grab my strong hand from Scary Movie 2. The freaking antler staff is cool. Very much looks like he is a shaman of the wild. Now, Carl Maw here has some backstory. He can see the future. He gets all this stuff. The Chaos Gods whisper to him. He's kind of like a crazy little Beastman dude. This guy over here giving the stinky eye. And he can tell the future, which, whatever that's good for, doesn't do much. If he can, he should probably start Archaon before he goes and crumps the entire world to pieces. But he won't. But anyways, yeah, so he's over there. He didn't see Morgor get absolutely raffle stomped. Probably a good thing, because even if he was there, he still can't see. But anyways, the model is fantastic. I like it. It is plagued by one thing all Warhammer the Old World new models are plagued with. And that is the fact that you will not probably be able to buy them if you're not quick on your toes. Now, I went ahead and I looked at all the models that had come out, and they're still out of stock here in the States. But this guy, he's really great. I've done a few commissions for him, but my big one, Mr. Ogdro's over here, nowhere to be seen. I will paint him up on the channel when I can get my hands on him, when he's back in stock. Bretonia, like half their range. Lady Elise Dutchard, out of stock. Green Knight, out of stock. Prophetess, Handmaiden, the cool questing Knight Paladin, the BSB on Mountain Foot, all out of stock. That sucks. Tomb Kings, Battle Standard Bearer, actually sad panda with that one. I had actually, when I did the Tomb Kings up, pre-ordered these two because I thought, dude, they're dope. And when they come back, I'll probably redo the Tomb Kings. But I thought, dude, these guys are freaking sweet. You cannot go wrong with them. And then low key, dude, they ended up refunding me and telling me that they had oversold like an airplane flight, and I was so freaking devastated, man. That and the Tomb Swarm. Now, I know they're not that great, but they look so cool. Such a dope nod to like the old nasty little pewter beetles, the dude crawling out of it. But anyways, I digress. My point that I'm making here, Freydal and Galradch are not in, but we have a very nice selection of beautiful crafted fantasy models that you are not going to be able to get your hands on if you don't pre-order. And apparently the Arcane Journal, too, for the dwarves. But my point that I'm making is, if you really want this guy, you're going to want to be sitting there refreshing. I don't do scalping or scalpers personally. I don't buy anything scalped with like an increase in price, because I can wait till it comes back in stock. But I will say that the prices will be astronomical. I saw Ogdra's on like eBay for like $145 and thought, yeah, right. I ain't feeding in that behavior. But if you do, that's up to you. Now, I thought this was interesting because we have more to come. Now, High Elves, we know, are next. Getting started video next week. But the Beastmen Brayherds and the Wood Elf realms are more to come. But I'm wondering what this box is. Now, there's been a couple people speculating, and for the purposes of this video, we'll theory craft for a second here. A couple people speculating that a legacy army is going to get brought over into the old world. I don't know if they'll really do that. I feel like where things are right now, when they drop the Forces of Fantasy and Ravening Hordes, things are in a really good place for most of the factions. I would say like every faction's fairly playable. If you don't believe that, let me know down below why, and I'll look into it, because I think every faction's pretty well off. And I believe that because they dropped them all at the same time. And with the Arcane Journals, I don't believe they were written at different times, because they're all very balanced in and of themselves. So I think that they probably drafted up all the Arcane Journals and they're just drip feeding them to us with the army. And obviously for sales and stuff, I don't have an issue with that. But my point is I did hear that vampire counts may be getting brought over. The blood dragons are out messing around in Bretonia, kind of beating the crap out of them a little bit here and there. And while Von Karsteins are gone because of the vampire wars, there's still other bloodlines to explore. You got Lamia, the Neckarchs, the freaking blood dragons, the freaking whatever, the Gould, the Strigoi. So there are other bloodlines to go over, and I covered that in the beginning of my live stream yesterday, top right hand corner. If you want to just watch that, I'll timestamp it, and you can go check out like the old 6th edition book that we covered and talked about the bloodlines. But I really would like to see what they're going to possibly do. That might even be a campaign supplement. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. I would love to see the Old World just get tons of updates, and obviously I think we all do. If you're an Old World player, you're probably going to enjoy, any type of content we get that's going to expand upon our base game. But the base game as it is great, and if we don't get anything too, I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I've been enjoying my games. Now, moving on from here, we got the Emperor's Children. Now, I personally don't have like too big a gripe. We'll talk about the Lord of Poxes next and get into that in a minute. But the Emperor's Children are unique. Fulgrim here. I'm going to give like a little bit of advice with Fulgrim. I got Angron. I love World Eaters. They're okay. I hated them for a long time, mostly because like I felt like the World Eaters kind of like they kind of like push their crazy like berserker ravening horde on all Khorne armies instead of it being kind of like martial bearing and stuff. But that's just my own old person take. But what I can tell you is Angron the Red Angel was a 2-pack ass when it came out. I don't have high hopes for Fulgrim, the Perfect Son, but there are wonderful books you can read. Fulgrim from the Horus Heresy is great. It talks about how he goes from the noblest of sons to the Emperor and kind of spirals downhill to the plot twist of a sword. But it's well written, really good. I liked it. Covers like a little bit of Isfahan, covers murder, covers the Laren, the monsters they fight on the world that kind of lead to this whole downfall. Really gives a great outlook into Fulgrim. 2, there is the Chaos Space Marines like omnibus on Audible you can listen to, and there is a Fulgrim audiobook on there, I believe. There's an Emperor's Children audiobook on there for sure. But also it has Night Lords, Chosen of Khorne. So like you're getting all the good stuff. And then there's also that World Eaters book where it covers Scalathrax. And there is an Emperor's Children character in there. It is mostly based off Karn just wrecking everybody. But there is an Emperor's Children character in there. I believe he's a Palatine Blade. It talks about like this augmented surgery where his mouth opens up like a viper. Really cool stuff. And you get a few stories in the Chaos Space Marines omnibus that are worth it if you like Chaos Space Marines. Moving forward, Lucius the Eternal. Lucius the Eternal was a very old model, and it's a nice refresh. I like to see it. I like to see that they kept a little bit of his aesthetic. The whip is pretty dope. It looks like it's not going to break very easily, which is nice. I love the blade. The face, it could just be the way they painted it. I'd probably do it a little bit different. Maybe a little less purples, a little more pales like his original model. But overall, it looks like a decent model. I can't wait to see what the community does when they end up painting it and all the crazy stuff they do with it. The fluids are cool. I personally hate painting all the fluids and the vials, but it's just because I hate painting fluid. Anyways, but yeah, look at that. Look how cool it is. It looks like he's on like a 50 mil. You guys think it's a 50? But because of that, when you put him in a case, that whip won't be hanging over a 40 and likely to get snagged and broken, because that base is going to be kind of pushing the foam or anything out that you got. And the sword is gorgeous. A saber, it's beautiful. I love it. Now, moving over here. Now, I am not sure all what comes in. It looks like Noise Marines. You got a Lord Cacophonous, where the Lord Exultant fight with their swords and minds. The Lord Cacophonous expertly orchestrate an overwhelming triad of sonic destruction, so loud it manifests strange eldritch phenomena, quaking the very souls of their enemy. Does not sound very fun, like a heavy metal concert, I imagine. So let me look at it. These guys kind of look like Palatine Blades, and I really kind of dig it. The green is a unique choice of color palette, but I don't hate it either. It looks nice. The logo, the spears, yeah, I'm getting like Palatine Blade feels off this. I don't know. It makes you. It looks like Slaanesh. I don't know what to say. I've never been super drawn to Slaanesh. I thought that it's just never been my Chaos God of choice. But they do fit the bill, I think. I'm interested to know what you guys think, the people that are all about Slaanesh. Yeah, they look like Palatine blades. But yeah, what is this? The Noise Marines? Oh, this is the Quaking dude. This quakes your souls. Quaker Oats. Cool, I like it. The marbled pink is kind of interesting. I dig it. Yep, lots of sound and big tubes. Noise Marines. Let me take that in for a second. Yeah, they look cool. They look alright. You know, it's nice to see them get redone. I know some people are like, I can't unsee the Primaris skin. Or the Primaris, the skins, like it's a video game. The Primaris, like, leg plating. But I don't know. It's not really something too big. I like the lack of trim on it. For a lot of people that play Chaos, you're just bombarded with buttloads of trim. And it's nice to see them not completely overdone by it. But yeah, I could see how the lip over here kind of looks a little off. I would have expected kind of more sharp edges to Emperor's Children, but again, I'm not a designer. I don't really know. And I'm not even much of an Emperor's Children player. So what do you guys think as a community? Dude, nice. These look cool. The heads look a little weird. The wiener wrinkles that they got going on, I'm not a big fan of. But, dude, these guys look sweet. I'm digging them. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for the Emperor's Children release? Are you guys going to get down on it? There's the beaky helmet. Honestly, the Marines look great. I like them. They're very cool. Not so much crazy trim, but they look elegant as well as being excessive. The old Cenobite face right there is cool. That guy got some stuff going on. But, yeah, I like it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, and you're going to get a box set. It looks like the Codex is going to come with like the dope old school art, which probably if you're in the Emperor's Children, like hardcore, you're going to want to get this. If not, like everything, it's going to drop like 6 months after this box comes out. So if you want to get down it, you probably want to pre-order it. And there's probably going to be a little bit of a time between when the actual models drop individually versus when the Champions of Slaanesh box comes out. So keep your eye out for that. And then, see, can we see the rules in here? No. Over here trying to like clean that. So Nurgle coughs up a new Lord of Poxes. Now, I will not lie. If you're a Death Guard player and you like this, more power to you. It's just not for me. I think it kind of looks like for some reason, it looks like something you'd see the Skaven having, like attached to like the Rat Ogres, and then like combined onto a Plague Marine. I don't know what you guys think. The blade is cool. It gives me Slave Knight Gale vibes from Dark Souls 3, but again, what do you guys think? I want to be able to wrap this up real quick and say that we got some really cool stuff at LVO. I dig it. Most importantly, Breyshamen, freaking sweet. Looking forward to that guy coming out. And I think you guys have heard me run my mouth quite enough today. Everybody, I hope you take care and you have a wonderful evening. Peace.